I can't believe how cold it is. This is absolutely ridiculous. At least I still remember how to drive in this frozen hellhole. I can't wait to get back to sunshine and real barbecue. What on earth is taking him so long? Come on, dude. I'm freezing my butt off out here. I don't care how far back we go. If he doesn't open this door soon, I'm gonna...
Hey, welcome, man. It's good to see you. Get inside, it's a little nippy out there. You weren't waiting long, were you?
No, not long at all. In fact, I had barely made it to the door.
Well, hey, you can take that mask off, you know. And none of this is real. We're just two disembodied voices.
Huh. Good point. I guess 2,000 miles away is plenty distant. Shoes off?
That'd be great. Why don't you let me take that dish for you? Doesn't need refrigerated?
If you don't mind. I brought a skillet of burritos to share. We can heat it up later once things get started.
Burritos, eh? Not the most traditional. But then again, I made enchiladas, so who am I to talk? I'll just go put these in the fridge.
What is all this? So many boxes.
Hey, have a seat. I think there's a clear spot on that pile of wrapping paper over there. Don't worry, it's all just scraps.
Yeah, okay. So, did I see a table in your neighbor's front yard covered in snow? That's a little odd, isn't it?
Yeah, well, he's apparently a table tennis champion of some kind, and he's way into this cold weather training thing.
Wow, that's pretty hardcore. Or maybe dumb. Maybe both?
I guess I'm not the pro athlete. So, the show's starting soon. You feeling pretty psyched? I know I am.
Well, I'm completely unprepared.
Oh, we always are.
That's true, but maybe this time we'll break that 2-viewer threshold.
Dreams and gibberish.
Fair point. But I guess that's not what it's all about, is it? When it comes down to it, we're here to try to brighten the holidays for our viewers, even if only briefly. We want to bring together our vast, dedicated community of followers to celebrate this special time of year.
That's right. Our antics and failure should serve as inspiration to one and all, to become better people. This should be a time of warmth, love, and togetherness. And since none of that ever happens, and we spend the month resenting our families and full of self-loathing and bathed in consumerism
Chris, the show's about to start. Why don't you go polish up that chrome dome, and I'll cue up the theme song.
You got it, future Santa Claus.
Hello, friends, and thank you for joining us for Botched Situation, an internet game show and hangout session. I'm Jake, and I've been practicing social distancing.
Aw.
I'm Chris, and there is no way I'm letting Santa in my house after a few billion other stops.
Keep the COVID out, y'all. We are your co-hosts and competitors, and we still do not know what we are doing.
Nope. So welcome one and all to Season 0, Episode 16. This is our Christmas episode. Last week was our Christmas prelude. It's the Christmas episode. And as always, we will be battling it out in a series of competitive segments, all for the coveted title of not the jingle screw-up.
And although this is the Christmas episode, we still like to give a word of warning to our audience that there is a very high possibility that there may contain some adult content within the episode.
Mm-hmm. And due to the nature of the games we play and the material that we cover, spoilers for various properties are still always a risk.
So needless to say, prepare yourself for all the jingle bells, all the cookies, and all of the Santa jokes.
Maybe some Santa jokes.
Just a few. Welcome.
So how y'all doing? I'm happy to be here.
Hopefully everyone is done with their Christmas shopping and we've officially reached now we're just preparing for relaxation and eating copious amounts of food.
Mm-hmm. Yes, by ourselves.
Yes.
Wow. Getting more excited as the day gets closer. Jake, I got a question for you.
I'm ready.
So it's Christmas time, and in the spirit of giving, I want to know, if I were to show up at your house with $10,000, and I said, buy yourself whatever you want, just make it fun. This is my Christmas present to you. What would it be?
I think the key word here is fun, because my first reaction is put it in my Roth IRA because I'm planning for the future. But that is not fun.
That is not fun. No.
So,
you're not allowed to help people, and you're not allowed to take care of others. No. Something fun.
Only myself. Easy. I would, with that $10,000, build myself a new computer and buy a new drum set. Boom, done. Call it a day. So
there you go.
Let me spin this around. Santa Jake shows up at Chris's house, and instead of gifts, hands $10,000 to you. What would you buy yourself?
Well, you know we come from the same background when I say I would also buy myself a new computer. Big old beefy machine and a Valve Index to make use of that computer. Man, after testing that thing, I want one. And then probably a bunch of remodeling in my basement.
That's fair. Remodeling goes a long way.
Yeah.
Well, I certainly hope that our audience has a magical $10,000 show up at their house this year.
It won't be from us, but if it does show up, it's from us.
That's exactly right. And yes. Speaking of Christmas magic, Chris, we're adding a new level of discomfort to the show today. Perhaps you could tell our listeners a little bit about what that's gonna be and what they can expect with today's episode.
I would be happy to. For once, we've got some real stakes in this show. Can you believe it? And
if only I had a steak I could show on the screen right now.
Oh yeah. So we each have we've got a selection of cookies available. I made mine kind of festive here.
And I bought cookies
way.
Because I was too busy cooking other things. Sorry.
That is all right. And after each segment, once we determine a winner, the winner gets to eat a tasty cookie, and the loser gets to eat a tasty cookie dipped in one of an assortment of inappropriate condiments. And
no, this is not paint. These are actual condiments.
Although paint would also be really gross. So, I mean, I guess, I don't know why anyone would complain if we were eating paint-dipped cookies.
and deadly, potentially. I mean, we could probably consume a small amount, but...
Non-toxic craft finger paints?
Yes. And so, we do have the same condiments for those that are wondering. It's a hot sauce, a ketchup, a mustard, a mayo, and a barbecue sauce. And I don't think we have a specific order yet, but we're going to kind of just wing it. All of those sound pretty gross with cookies.
Yeah, let's just declare it at the beginning of the segment. Announcer chooses.
Perfect.
And with that said, I'd like to get started on our first segment if everyone's ready. For those of you who have not tuned in before, this is a game show. We're competing against each other. We've got 5 segments lined up for you guys tonight, and the winner of each segment will take 1 point. The most points at the end is the winner and not the screw up. Our first segment is called Quizzard's First Rule. we've got some Christmas tradition trivia that we've collected for each other. So please feel free to play along. Shout out your answers in chat. And for this segment, I'm saying let's start with barbecue sauce. I think that's probably going to be the easiest one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am prepared.
Okay.
All right. I like barbecue sauce so much, I might even like that. I don't know.
Yeah. It's naturally sweet. I think it'll be the least punishing. So let's work our way up, huh?
Okay. I'm ready.
If you're ready for your first question, our theme is again Christmas traditions. Jake, in Germany, there is traditionally a special ornament hidden on Christmas trees after they've been decorated. On Christmas morning, the child who finds it first receives an extra gift or opens their gift first. Adults who spot it are thought to receive good luck. What is the shape of this very special hidden ornament? Is it A, an orange, B, a pickle, C, a burrito, or D, a poodle?
Question to your question.
Mm-hmm.
This is not exclusive to Germany, right? Or have I just known some Germans and didn't realize
I really don't know. Another disclaimer, this is internet research. This is listicles and Wikipedia. So, as far as I know, it's just Germany.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure the answer is pickle because I think I've known some people who actually did this. It's like all about hiding the pickle in the tree. So I'm pretty sure it's B, pickle. Final answer.
That sounds so dirty, but you are correct. Absolutely.
I think a lot of people, at least the folks that I knew, they didn't use real pickles. They used a pickle ornament.
Yeah.
And I have to admit, it would be really gross if it was a real pickle.
That would be pretty nasty. All right. Are you ready for your second question here?
I am. Off to a strong start.
Yes, absolutely.
But then again, maybe I want to lose this round.
Take that barbecue sauce. So snowmen are one of mankind's earliest forms of folk art and were originally much more carefully crafted and thought out than they are today. They weren't just balls, they were sculptures. It was basically free art supplies for the poor when it snowed, and snowmen were used for political satire, sexual expression, and other bold artistic statements.
Interesting.
Which Renaissance artist was actually commissioned by the ruler of Florence, Italy in 1494 to build a snowman in his courtyard.
Okay.
Was it A, Leonardo, B, Michelangelo, C, Donatello, or D, Raphael?
Well, I will just start this off by saying I know absolutely nothing about art whatsoever. I, of course, recognize some of these names because of Ninja Turtles. Mm-hmm. But outside of that, if you ask me, what was Leonardo known for? What was Michelangelo known for? I literally couldn't tell you. I probably
If it helps, I don't think any of them were known for snowmen. So
got it. My initial reaction is painting. I'm going to... Wow, this is going to sound really terrible, but this goes out to Drew. I'm going to say B, Michelangelo, because it was Italy and his name ends with an O, which makes me think Italian. Michelangelo. So, yeah, that's my final answer. I think the ruler of Florence did that with Michelangelo.
You know, I'm not gonna encourage you to change your answer, but Leonardo and Donatello both end in O also. But you are correct. It is Michelangelo.
Yes. Doesn't matter.
Good. Excellent
I just got
start.
lucky. It was 1 and 3, assuming that it ended with an O.
All right. Well, your third question here. We're heading to Iceland for this one. In Iceland, it is said that there is an enormous Yule cat as big as a house that prowls around Christmas Eve and gobbles up any lazy children who do not receive new what for Christmas? Is it A, new shoes, B, new textbooks, C, new clothes, or D, new dead fish?
Who do not receive new what?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a cat, so maybe dead fish makes sense because the cat wants to eat the fish? Shoes, textbooks, or clothes. Those are all very generic.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a trick question, Chris? Is this like you're trying to get me to pick dead fish because it's the only one that a cat might actually... Well, I guess cats like shoes. All right.
Let me just say, so the tradition goes that good kids got a certain kind of gift on Christmas, and lazy kids who didn't do their chores didn't. So the lazy kids who didn't get it are the ones who get eaten.
I just, it's hard to say. It's just so generic. Shoes, textbooks, and clothes. Any lazy children. So I'm trying to focus on the word lazy. Lazy maybe implies they're bad at school, so they don't have their textbooks? Because what if you're just poor and you can't afford shoes or clothes? I don't know. I'm going to just say B, textbooks, because somehow that's a little different. It's probably dead fish, but I'm going to go with textbooks.
It is not textbooks.
Darn it.
And it is not dead fish. It is new clothes. Yeah, I wish I had put that much thought into my wording. But nope. Good little boys and girls get new clothes for Christmas and don't get devoured by a giant house-sized cat.
It's practical. I feel bad for the poor kids that can't afford clothes because they're just going to get eaten no matter what.
Yeah. It's eat or be eaten in Iceland, I guess. Okay. Well, question number 4. Which of the following practices was not a precursor to the modern Advent calendar?
It's not a precursor. Okay.
So for all of our worldly viewers who have not been exposed to an Advent calendar, that's those calendars, the little doors you open, count down to Christmas from the beginning of December.
Typically
so which one of these? Yeah,
the little doors.
Which one of these is not something that people used to do to count down to Christmas before they invented Advent calendars? Was it A, lancing a boil on your plague-ridden body for each day gone by? B, counting days with chalk marks on a door? C, hanging small religious pictures for each day past? Or D, burning a special candle to mark the days?
Counting? Okay, so obviously there's only one of these that is completely ridiculous. Lancing a boil on your plague-ridden body for each day gone by. It's the only one that sounds like it probably wasn't a precursor, so I'm going to roll with that one.
Yeah, I may have gone a little bit easy on you with that one. That's correct.
That's okay.
A, lancing boils. I just love the image of a poor plague-ridden peasant. It's almost Christmas. Last question for the segment. In what country is it traditional to find yourself rap battling a skeletal horse to keep them out of your home at Christmas time?
Wow.
Is it A, Taiwan, B, Italy, C, Wales, or D, Epcot?
All I'm going to say is Ray Specht should live wherever this is because she is a rap battling god, but especially against a skeletal horse. Taiwan, Italy, Wales, or Epcot? I have no clue. But I don't feel like the Taiwanese are big rappers. So I'm leaning towards Italy or Wales. Wales, I'm pretty sure what's the primary language in Wales?
I would imagine, I think most of them speak English. It's part of Britain, but also Welsh.
I was going to say, isn't it? The Welsh is pretty wild, so I don't know. Rachel says, I keep thinking of those dead flying things in Harry Potter. You can only see them if you've seen death.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
You know what? I'm going to go with Wales just because I can't picture Taiwanese folk rapping. Sorry if that seems not sensitive.
Well, your insensitivity got you a correct answer.
Yes.
It is Wales. Yeah, in case you're interested, it's the tradition of Marie Lude, which I thought was very interesting. A bunch of guys run around town, one of them dressed up like a skeletal horse monster, and they sing demands at you from outside your house, and you're expected to freestyle a rhyming response and go back and forth until someone gives up or loses. If you lose, they get into your house and eat your food.
Well, I would lose because I can't freestyle rap at all. Well, I'm glad I don't live in Wales then, even though I always thought it'd be cool to visit.
Sounds fun to me. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so Chris, are you ready for your Quizzard's first
I'm
one?
ready. Hit me.
Okay. Again, sticking with the Christmas traditions theme, many people call Christmas Xmas. Where does this shortening of Christmas come from? Is it A, heathens don't like that Christ is in the title, so they replace it with an X? B, the X is representative of the Greek letter X, which is the first letter in the Greek word of Christ? C, people got lazy over time and needed a way to shorten Christmas? Or D, people call Christmas Xmas?
Yeah, D. People call Christmas Xmas. Where have you been?
Under a rock.
All right. Well, I'm sure heathens don't like that Christ is in the title. But plenty of Christians call Christmas Xmas, so I don't think that's probably it. My initial leaning is towards people just got lazy over time, and Chris in Christmas sounds kind of like cross. It's like an X. That's what I thought, but X is representative of the Greek letter X in the Greek word for Christ. What you got here looks like, I don't know how to pronounce Greek. Looks like
I don't either.
Expira. Espiros. I don't know. That's so specific that I think I kind of have to guess B. X is from Greek for Christ.
That is correct.
All
When I
right.
first read that, I was so surprised because I remember as a kid people getting upset when people shortened it with Xmas, and it's like, well, actually, it's not as big of a deal as you think because it was a representation of the first letter of Christ. I just never knew that, so I thought that was fascinating.
That is fascinating.
All right, your second question, sir. Where does the tradition of hanging Christmas stockings come from? Is it A, it is thought to originate from the life of St. Nicholas, where he would place some gifts in the stockings rather than only under the tree? Is it B, a chimney sweep lost both their feet in a fire, and the stockings honor the loss? Is it C, everyone's feet get cold in winter, and stockings by the fireplace represent warmth and comfort? Or is it D, drying out the stockings? Duh.
Okay. Golly. Well, I hope it's not some poor chimney sweep who lost both their feet in a fire. What
Occupational hazard.
what situation would have to transpire where you lost both feet in a fire but nothing else?
Maybe some sort of explosion?
Maybe? Where you were like laying in a doorway with only your feet on one side of it?
Or I guess maybe they had to amputate the feet because they got maimed worse than everything else.
Could be. That seems like a weird way to honor a chimp. I don't think it's B. Everyone's feet do get cold in the winter.
Except for Hobbit.
True. This is true. And also elves, because they run on top of the snow, so... But that's too general. The life of St. Nicholas, I don't know anything about the life of St. Nicholas. Did he actually run around breaking into people's houses and giving people presents?
No, but he was
I
known
don't
for
think
buying
so.
gifts for children.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I should learn more about my saints. That seems like the only actual fact-sounding answer. A. St. Nicholas.
That is correct. Very good.
All right.
Our Catholic friend Drew would be disappointed in your lack of your saint knowledge.
I expect Drew to be disappointed in me pretty
That's
much
fair.
most of the time.
That explains why he never watches this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, number 3. Where does ugly Christmas sweaters tradition come from? Where does the ugly Christmas sweaters tradition come from? Is it A, folks put a lot of effort into Christmas preparations. By the time Christmas arrived, they just wanted to be comfortable and festive, and thus the ugly Christmas sweater was born? Is it B, people like their cookies and hot chocolate during Christmas? Having a loose but warm sweater works to everyone's benefit for fitting more food. C, Ugly Christmas sweaters became a party trend in Vancouver, Canada in 2001. It spread quickly and became a multi-million-dollar industry and tradition. Or D, poverty-stricken folks could not afford presents, so instead they would give each other functional gifts like ugly sweatshirts.
That would be a sad Christmas. I'm so poor. All I could get you is this sweatshirt, but it's very, very ugly.
I mean, I don't know. Have you looked at the
sweatshirts
prices of ugly sweatshirts these days? They're
I-
outrageous.
I don't know. A party trended in Vancouver, Canada sounds very believable. And 2001, early 2000s does sound like about the time that this ugly sweater thing became kind of big. I think C, ugly Christmas sweaters in Vancouver, Canada.
That is correct. Again, flawless
Right.
so far, sir.
Flawless. I mean,
Yes, perfect. On to question number 4. What American fast food restaurant has in recent years become a Christmas dinner tradition in Japan? Is it A,
okay.
Taco Bell, B, McDonald's, C, Burger King, or D, KFC?
Okay.
And to be clear, it's not just their regular generic. They make it a little bit nicer,
I would imagine that sounds
at least
about right.
for fast food.
This is a little deceptively difficult because I know a lot of fast food chains have very different menus in other countries, and especially
That is
some
true.
of the Eastern countries have food items that sound a little different to an American palate.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen Oreo and Spam burgers and things like that.
Ooh. I do like Spam.
So I think in America, KFC would make the most sense because turkey can be a Christmas meal and chicken is one step away from turkey. But I think that might be a red herring, and it's probably one of the other 3 less conventional sounding restaurants doing something weird, doing like a Christmas burger. I know Burger King's done like Nightmare Whoppers and some pretty bizarre stuff before. I haven't heard anything really crazy from McDonald's. Different sandwiches, but nothing crazy. I don't know if I've ever heard of Taco Bell being popular overseas, but I'm sure it is. I don't know. Burger King's calling out to me. I've seen them do some wacky stuff, and a Christmas value meal with like
Christmas Whopper.
a hamburger and a burger made out of ham is what I mean. I just realized I just said hamburger.
Yes.
A hamburger and like I don't know, some sweet potato fries. I could see that. C, Burger King.
That is incorrect. It is actually KFC for exactly what
What
you
is
said.
KFC? Oh,
Yep, they do fancier chicken.
well, there you go. Look at me being just.
Logicked your way out of it.
I guess so.
All right, sir. Comes down to this. This is your 5th and final Quizzard's first rule around Christmas traditions.
Okay.
Perhaps one of the most unorthodox Christmas Eve traditions can be found in Norway, where people hide their brooms. It's a tradition that dates back centuries to when people believed what? A, they believed that witches and evil spirits came out on Christmas Eve looking for brooms to ride on. They were hidden to prevent them from being stolen. B, Norwegians believe that for each house visited by St. Nicholas, he would take one item. His known favorite item to take is a broom for sweeping the snow off chimneys. C, they believed that brooms were the weapon of choice for thieves and around Christmas. Why? Because they were a non-lethal way of knocking people out, but hiding the brooms, it was thought to bring good luck and prevent theft. Or D, it represented not doing house chores. The tradition originated from children hiding their family broom to get out of cleanup after Christmas supper. There's a lot to that one.
There is a lot to that one. This face means I'm struggling. I feel like, honestly, all 4 of these are pretty viable.
I will take that as a compliment because 3 of these are totally made up.
I hope 3 of them are made up, or else that's a lot of reasons for one tradition. Golly, I don't know. Brooms seems like an obvious connection with witches, but that's super Halloween-y and feels a little American? Maybe, but I guess I don't know the origin of witches. It could be that. I'm sure they I mean, witches are everywhere, but where
I was
does
going to say,
witches
that's
riding...
not American only, that's for sure.
Right, but witches riding brooms, specifically, flying around on brooms.
Is that an American thing? I just don't know.
I don't know. Does that... I don't know. It feels like maybe something that's made up for like Halloween movies. But that's just a feeling. That's not, I don't know. I could see maybe Santa swiping a broom to sweep snow off chimneys. And this is in Norway. I could see like maybe sort of like European fairy tales about like kids, if you don't clean your room, a monster's gonna steal your shoes and light your bed on fire. Or they have weird caveats in a lot of their folklore. Weapon of choice, I don't know. I don't know if it's thieves beating people over the head with brooms.
Non-lethal weapon of choice.
I'm hoping they don't have such a wave of crime on Christmas every year that they had to like come up with a tradition to prevent themselves from being knocked out with their own brooms. Maybe kids hiding their family brooms. Maybe D or B. I like the sound of B, that St. Nicholas would also steal a broom to sweep off the chimney. That sounds very folklore-y to me. B. Final answer.
That is incorrect. It was the
Really?
witches and evil spirits.
It was witches. Oh, yep. Okay.
It was A. They believe that witches and evil spirits came up.
Oh, man.
All right, sir. Time for you to pay up.
Yeah.
Pay up.
Oh, boy.
Actually, is it weird that I kind of want to try the barbecue sauce with a cookie?
You have to wait until off camera. That's the price you pay for winning.
Oh, okay.
I'll change it. We can save...
I will just save eat a regular
barbecue
cookie.
Sauce. You choose the condiment. We'll save barbecue sauce for one of yours.
No, it's fine. No. I don't want to reverse it.
Okay. Shortbread cookie, by the way. Anyone interested? Shortbread and BBQ. Ready? Cheers.
Yep. Cheers.
Mm-hmm.
Making a mess. It's probably pretty good.
I wouldn't use good to describe it.
I guess I probably should ask you what kind of barbecue sauce.
What did I use? I think it's one of the ones that you got us, actually.
Oh, Mark's?
Maybe. I don't remember the brand name.
It's Mark's cracked pepper barbecue
sauce.
That
sounds right.
That's the exact one I have, too. So the pepper's probably a little weird. Man, now I just want to keep
It's a little weird. This is a weirdly smoky cookie. Yeah. And that leaves a weird aftertaste.
Okay.
Woo! Oh.
I took a segment.
I didn't think that would... I thought that would be less offensive than that was.
Well, I'm sorry. But I finally took a segment. Holy cow. Okay.
Right. Oh.
So now we are going to move on to a brand new segment. Let there be tons of hype and excitement in chat.
Mm-hmm.
Tons of look at all those thousands of people posting in chat. Just look at all the PogChamps flying by at record pace. I've never seen it like this before.
It's gorgeous.
The crowd is so excited. Anyways, so our segment this week is something we are calling the North Pole, a game of polls. Which translates to Can I say what it's actually is? There's no way.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Family Feud. We are essentially playing Family Feud.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that we're going to do this is we're going to go back and forth with a Christmas-themed question.
Mm-hmm.
And the other person will have 3 chances. So you get up to 3 chances to name the top 5 answers collected from surveys to that question. And there are 5 responses, and they're all ranked in a certain number of points. So each question, you could get up to, I believe it's 15 points if you guessed the... No. The total is 15, but it's actually...
I think it's 12.
12 points.
Max. If
12
you guess the
points
top
is
3,
max.
it's 12 points.
If you guess the top 3.
Mm-hmm. So a perfect game with 5 questions would be 60 points. I don't think we're going to see any of that.
Highly unlikely. So I'm going to go ahead and just call it now. The cookie of choice for this one, we're just going to go hardcore, Chris, is going to be mustard.
Okay.
We're just going to dive right in.
Stakes are high. All right.
So, with that, are you ready for your first The North Pole Christmas Family Feud?
Does it
with one
matter if
person?
I'm ready? We gotta go. Let's do this.
Please shout out your answers if y'all are thinking anything. Please help out Chris and I, because we are both definitely scrubs. Okay, so your first. Oh man, I'm excited for this. All right, Chris, name a popular religious Christmas song, and by religious, what that really means is Christian. I'm sorry, we're very Americanized. That's what this is translating.
Well, are there any other religions that would celebrate Christmas specifically?
No, because Jews have Hanukkah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's just put it this way: there's a lot of different subsets of Christianity.
Yeah. Yes, Christian Christmas songs. Yes, gotcha. Popular religious songs.
Christmas songs, religious or Christian Christmas songs.
Yeah. Oh man. This is going to be hard because I'm going to get a couple stuck in my head, which maybe that means I should just guess those ones. Let's say, Do You Hear What I Hear?
That is not on the list from our pollsters.
Oh, okay. Well, one chance blown.
Okay. Strike one.
Oh, Come All Ye Faithful?
That is correct. That is the 4th and worth 2 points.
Okay. And then for my third guess,
doesn't it reset now? The guessing reset? Or are you saying
3 total guesses each round?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So for the last one, I'm going to say We Three Kings.
That is incorrect.
Wow. Okay.
So you ended up with 2 points.
2 points.
If you're curious, the top one was Silent Night. The second one was Oh Holy Night. 3 was Joy to the World. Then Oh Come All Ye Faithful, and the last one was Away in a Manger.
Fair. Okay.
This is harder than it looks. It really is.
It is. Okay. Well, are you ready for your first poll then?
Yes.
Okay. Your question here is name the best Christmas movie.
Okay, so A Christmas Carol.
Nope.
Really?
Nope, it's not on the list.
Wow, I'm trying to think of what is the most what is it? Miracle on 34th Street?
That's not on there either.
Jeez. Okay, The Grinch.
No.
What?
Oh dear. This is harder than you would think. Wow.
0.
Those are all great guesses. 0. I'm sorry. We've got in order Elf, It's a Wonderful Life, A Christmas Story, Home Alone, and White Christmas.
Come on. Okay.
I don't know if White Christmas belongs on that list personally, but I guess it depends on who got polled. I'm not the people who answered.
That's true. Okay. Here is your second pollster question. Name the hardest person to shop for.
The hardest person to shop for?
Mm-hmm.
So is this in relation to myself?
Yes.
Okay. Say grandparents?
Not on the list.
Really? Oh. Coworkers.
Not on the list.
Regular parents.
Which parent? I'm going to make you guess.
Father.
Okay. Father and mom, dad and mom are both on the list. Father is higher up. That is 3 points.
Okay.
Very good. Saved it. Came back with the 3.
What were the other ones? What do we got?
Yes. So the top was spouse or significant other.
I figured that would be one of the easiest. What is wrong with you people?
Number 2 was in-laws. 3 was dad. 4 was mom. And 5 was siblings. Again, I don't know that really makes a whole lot of sense, in my opinion. I guess traditionally people don't have good relationships with their siblings, but I feel like siblings are really easy to shop for usually.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing. That's the thing about this game is we're guessing what other people will guess, not what makes sense to us.
I guess in that sense, I should do the opposite of what I'm doing, and
because you're such a weirdo, Jake.
Exactly.
Just ignore your instincts.
I'm such a castaway.
All right. Well, your second North Pole question here. Name something you do on Christmas Eve.
Watch Christmas movies.
No, I don't think that counts.
Okay. Make cookies.
If you don't get the next one, I'll give you that one.
Go to church.
Yes. That is the number one answer. Attend
Finally.
church or mass. So 5 points for you.
Okay.
Excellent.
Let's
The
see.
rest of them were opening gifts, celebrating with family and friends, wrapping gifts, and eating or drinking.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I'll take it. I was
going to say... Still 5 points. That brings you right back up. Nice.
The thing about opening gifts is I know a lot of families have that tradition of opening one or a couple gifts. When I hear opening gifts, I think all the gifts.
Right.
Okay,
opening some number of gifts. Yeah.
Right. Question number 3. When do you start listening to Christmas music? Meaning, like what time of the year, or in this case, some of them are specific days. Some of them are a little bit more generic. I'll just try to. Actually, it's mostly specific days.
Okay. The day after Thanksgiving. Or Black Friday.
That is the number 1 selection. So that is 5 points.
Yeah.
Very good.
I just splashed my drink. That was too exciting.
So much excitement. All that holiday cheer.
All right. That's when I start listening to Christmas music.
2 more.
The 1st of December.
That was number 3. So that's 3 points.
Right. I can't think of any other specific days though. Maybe some really excited people the 1st of November.
I'm gonna go ahead and just give this to you. That's number 2.
Really?
Yep.
What's the actual wording?
The actual wording is in November before Thanksgiving.
Oh,
I think that's
in
close
November
enough.
Before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you just
that was a
knocked
pretty
that
good one
out
for
of the
me.
park. That puts you at 12 because you hit the top
I just got
3.
the 1, 2, 3. All right.
The other 2 were Thanksgiving Day and all year long.
All right. Fair enough. Well,
Very good.
hey, I might not have to eat that mustard cookie.
Yeah, because it sounds like I'm gonna have to do the mustard.
Oh, we got 3 questions left here. Your third question here is name something you put on a Christmas tree.
Ornaments.
Number 1 answer. Very good.
Star or tree topper is probably what I should use.
Star was the word used, and that is the number 3 answer.
Lights.
That's number 2.
Yes. So came right back.
Well, so we're tied up again. Okay.
I like it. Keep it competitive.
All right.
Okay. Your 4th North Pole question. Name something you drink during Christmas time.
Um, is alcohol too general?
No, it is not.
Okay, alcohol.
That is actually the fifth answer, alcoholic drink.
Okay.
So that is worth 1 point.
Okay. Eggnog.
That is the top answer. So that is 5 points.
And cider.
That is number 4. So that is worth 2 points. Very
Okay.
good. So you got 8.
All right. Yeah.
Starting
I'll
to
take
pick it
8.
up. Pick it up.
After those first couple dud rounds, I'll take 8. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
What were the other two there?
I'm sorry. So
You go.
wine and hot chocolate or cocoa.
Chocolate makes sense. Okay. Wine.
Yeah, I didn't think
All
that
right.
was going to be a big one, but it's number 2 apparently.
I guess some people like mulled wine, maybe. Or maybe just people drink wine all year round and they're just like, why would I change?
I was just going to say, I think it's kind of tradition to drink wine at nice dinners and stuff.
All right. Jake, your fourth North Pole question. Name one piece of a traditional nativity set.
Baby Jesus,
Absolutely. Number 1 answer.
Mother Mary,
That is the number 5 answer, believe it or not.
Joseph.
Not even in the top 5.
Okay, can I please tell me it's not something like ox or sheep?
Animals is number 3.
Oh, you got
And then the others we had there were number 4 was wise men, and number 2 was the manger.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so how many points was
Not
that?
characters, pieces. That was 6 points.
Okay, taking the lead.
Oh,
Joseph's not even included? He's like the main piece. One of the main pieces.
not in the top 5.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Joseph was a glorified bodyguard, right? I know. It's not even in the top 5. Can you?
You're right though. You're right. Okay.
The
All right.
barn they were in is more popular.
Okay. He had nothing to do with, getting married there and traveling around with her and making sure
Not at
she
all.
was safe, okay.
Being her husband.
Yes. Number 5, sir, your last North Pole Family Feud question. Name something you eat for Christmas dinner.
Okay. This probably varies a lot by
It
family. I'm going to say Christmas ham.
That is number 1, so that is 5 points.
Okay. In A Christmas Carol, they eat a goose instead of a ham, so maybe a goose.
That is not on the list.
Okay.
Rachel says wine all the time in all caps.
Absolutely. Wine
I hope
all
you've
the
got
time.
some wine right now, Rach.
And beer all year. There you go.
There you go.
Ham, yes. Goose, no.
Right.
It's so easy to get Christmas dinner confused with Thanksgiving dinner.
They tend to be
There's
very
a lot
similar.
of overlap.
Yes, there is.
Maybe... Cranberry sauce? Is that a Christmas thing sometimes?
That is incorrect. That is not on the
Oh.
list. So you got the top one, which was ham. Number 2 was
Okay.
turkey. Number 3 was prime rib. Number 4 was mashed potatoes.
Prime rib?
That's what I thought too. And then number 5
Okay.
was beef roast.
Well, it's a very meat-centric holiday.
I mean,
guess.
it's clearly Americans. So, yes.
Okay, well, I'll take the 5 points. Okay.
I think I have to be darn near perfect on this.
Well, I've got a 7-point lead right now, so you got to get 7 or higher.
7 or higher. All right.
Yep.
I'm accepting the mustard.
Your final question, and based on how you did the first round, you might have to accept the mustard. Name the worst Christmas movie. And to be fair, there may or may not be some overlap because some movies are a little contentious.
Right. The Santa Claus.
Nope.
The Grinch.
Nope.
Well, I already lost.
You already lost.
Honestly, it's got to be like Mickey Mouse Christmas or something.
It's not.
Dang it.
I'm sorry. Top
All
5
right.
worst Christmas movies are Bad Santa, A Christmas Story, Christmas with the Cranks, Elf, and Nightmare Before Christmas.
Elf. Everyone likes Elf. That's so weird.
Except for apparently a lot of people.
All right, Chris, I'm ready to get this over with.
All right.
I've got my plate of condiments and my cookie. I'm going to get a nice dollop of mustard here.
I've got my Christmas tree here. My delicious shortbread Christmas tree, this time free of barbecue sauce.
All right, you ready? Here we go.
Mmm. Mm-hmm.
It's actually... I'm going to try it again. Here we go again. Okay. So here's my analysis. It's honestly, my cookies are pretty bland, which is kind of like bread. So it's actually not that bad. It's like if you put mustard on bread with a little bit of sugar. It's like, honestly, I could just take a huge spoonful of it, and I mean, you wouldn't proactively do that, but that wasn't. I was expecting that to be the worst one, and that was not bad at all.
All right, well there you go. I guess cookie type probably does factor into it a bit there.
Yeah,
you had what, dark chocolate?
It's a
pecan?
dark chocolate, yeah, with a pecan.
Okay.
Admittedly, that piece I don't think had any pecans in it.
Okay.
But it's like dark chocolate's already kind of bitter, and honestly,
bitter,
these cookies are like, I'm in hipster town, so they're like healthier cookies, so they're just kind of bland.
Okay.
So that might be
I can see it.
Cheating, and I didn't even realize it.
Oh, whatever. All right. Well, there you go. So you took that segment. You took the North Pole. I enjoyed that segment. If you all liked it, if you hated it, however you felt about it.
You took that segment. What are you talking about? You won it.
I won. What am I saying? Yeah.
I don't know.
I won. You took the last one. I won that one.
Yeah.
We're 1-1. We're tied.
1-1.
Is my point. But hey, if you like the segment, check out our About page. We've got a feedback form there that we would love to hear back from you. Let us know what you think about the segments. Any suggestions you have. It's greatly appreciated. Helps us improve.
And most importantly, we've learned that barbecue sauce on cookies is a no-no, and if you must, a mustard is okay.
There you go. Can you believe it?
And we'll find out mayo, hot sauce, and ketchup going forward.
Mm-hmm. So, going forward, our third segment here is our classic Spot the Fake Quotes. Woo! We've each chosen a pre-2000 Christmas classic movie to choose a few quotes from, and we've created fake versions of the quotes to try to trip the other one up. We got to guess which one's the real one. This round, I want to put... I kind of want to save hot sauce for last. Is that crazy?
No, because I think that one's going to be tasty.
Let's do ketchup this round.
Okay. Ugh.
Ketchup is the penalty. So if you're ready,
yeah,
I'm
let's
happy
do
to
it.
give you my first quote here. The property that I've chosen is the classic 1966 How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And your first quote, that it's all rhyming and it's all narrated, and the narrator and the Grinch are the same voice. So this is all either the narrator or the Grinch.
Okay.
Or, well, it's not. It's also Thurl Ravenscroft. So this first one is Thurl Ravenscroft. This is a quote from the song, You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch.
Ah, okay.
So how do the lyrics go? Is it A, your soul is an appalling dump heap, overflowing with the most disgraceful assortment of deplorable rubbish imaginable, mangled up in tangled up knots?
Okay.
Is it B, your life is a revolting trash pile, overflowing with the most reprehensible selection of abhorrent refuse conceivable, distorted in contorted coils? Or is it C, your face is a repellent landfill, overflowing with the most nauseating hodgepodge of regrettable hogwash comprehensible, worn apart and torn apart chunks.
Man, I was expecting to like know it immediately, and I honestly have no idea. Like I was expecting you to go, oh, easy peasy, you know. I know the song.
You know, if I could drop my voice about 6 octaves, I would sing it for you, and that might give it away, but I can't.
I liked how number 2 came off the lips. I mean, I have no idea. I can't rationalize my way through this one like I usually do. I'm just gonna go with B. Final answer.
B's not correct.
Is it A?
It is A. Yep.
Ugh.
Your soul is an appalling dump heap. Yeah.
The dump heap threw me off.
That's kind of what makes it beautiful, though. Your sister might be a little upset with you. This is a favorite quote of hers.
Well, she already thinks I'm a dump heap, so we're good.
She thinks everyone's a dump heap.
Right. Okay. For your Spot the Fake quote from pre-2000s Christmas movie, I chose Jingle All the Way. Definitely a classic that I enjoy that is super cheesy. So this particular one, it's Howard. The quote is from Howard, who is Arnold Schwarzenegger. Did he say, I couldn't find the kid a toy. Now, does that make me a bad parent? No. But screeching at him for no good reason, now that makes me a bad parent. Was it B? I couldn't find the kid a gift. Now, does that make me a bad fountainhead? No. But howling at him for no good reason, now that makes me a bad fountainhead. Or C, did he say, I couldn't find the kid a doll. Now, does that make me a bad father? No. But yelling at him for no good reason, now that makes me a bad father.
I don't know that I've ever heard a parent referred to as a fountainhead.
I don't know, man. If I ever have children, I'll make them call me the fountainhead.
Oh. Honestly, between A and C, which are the ones that I'm debating between.
Right.
I kind of like parent better than screech, or better than a father, but I kind of like yell better than screech. I don't really know which way to go, but I can kind of hear Arnold saying father. So C.
That is correct.
Okay,
that is correct.
Cool.
Very good.
All right, good.
One step closer to catch up with cookies. I'm ready.
Your second quote from How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
This is Mr. Grinch complaining about all the noise that the Who children make on Christmas.
Okay.
This one is probably my hardest one because it's all Dr. Seuss gibberish. So I'm
excellent.
sorry. This might be bad. Does he say, A, and they'll scream, squeaks, and squeals, zipping round on their wheels. They'll prance with jang wanglers tied on their heels. They'll toot their glob blobbers. They'll whack their belugas. They'll hoot their hobnobbers. They'll slam their tortugas.
Tortugas. Okay.
Or is it B, and they'll shriek, squeal... Ugh. This first part's a tongue twister. And they'll shriek, squeaks, and squeals, racing round on their wheels. They'll dance with jing tinglers tied onto their heels. They'll blow their flubers. They'll bang their tartinkers. They'll blow their hoo-hoobas. They'll bang their garginkas.
This entire quote is just a giant innuendo.
Or is it C? And they'll shout, squeaks, and squeals, dashing round on their wheels. They'll jig with jib-jabblers tied onto their heels. They'll shred their flip-flappers. They'll knock their badonkers. They'll jam their ship-lappers. They'll whip their geschlongers.
Geschlongers. Made me think of J times 2. Schlongers. Well, your writing is most excellent, my friend. Maybe you should do Dr. Seuss books. And while we're at it, we'll do an audiobook of that you can record.
All right.
And I'll just shriek in the background. I didn't like C because of schlongers. A, I didn't like because of the very last word. What was it again?
They'll slam their tortugas.
Tortugas threw me off. So I'm going to go with B because that was the only one that I didn't go, oh, there's a specific word that didn't make sense to me. B, final answer.
You got it.
Yes.
It is B. Yes.
Hey, see, even Jake can be right around Christmas every once in a while. Okay, sir. Right. Your second spot the fake quote is also from Jingle All the Way. This time it is a quote from Myron, which is if you remember, the mailman father figure who Howard frequently gets in fights with but becomes friends with. Mm-hmm. So does he say, A, how about these dumb letters from kids to Santa at the North Pole? Dear Santa, can you send me an action figure and a yo-yo? No, your father is a cheap son of a gun. B, how about these irrelevant letters from kids to Santa at the North Pole? Dear Santa, can you send me a ball and a shotgun? No, your father is a loser. Or C, how about these stupid letters from kids to Santa at the North Pole? Dear Santa, can you send me a bike and a slinky? No, your father's been laid off.
Can you read that first one more time for me?
Sure. How about these dumb letters from kids to Santa at the North Pole? Dear Santa, can you send me an action figure and a yo-yo? No, your father is a cheap son of a gun.
Okay. I don't think kids are asking for balls and shotguns.
Never know.
You never know. I don't think so, though. I think once more I'm going to rule out B. Say it's A or C. And they both sound good.
Bike and slinky or action figure and yo-yo?
Dumb letters, stupid letters. Son of a gun laid off. Once more, I like the sound of C. I like the sound of your father's been laid off, but the movie's about pursuing an action figure and yo-yo, and they're sort of commiserating about how hard it is to find presents for their kids. So I think I might be logicking myself out of a right answer. And it's been a while since we've seen the movie, but I think probably maybe A.
That is incorrect. It was C. The stupid bike and slinky and being laid off.
Stupid bike and slinky. All right. Well, thought I might be doing that, but decided to go with my head this game, and maybe it's not going to pay off. I don't know. Okay.
We'll see.
Well. Oh, wow. You ready for your final Grinch quote?
I am. Okay.
It's from the finale, and we said there's spoilers in this, so if you haven't seen 1966's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, sort of reveals how it ends. Okay. So does the quote go? A, and what happened then? Well, in Whoville, they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day, and then the true meaning of Christmas came through, and the Grinch found the strength of 10 Grinches, plus 2. Or is it B, and what happened next? Well, in Whoville, they say that the Grinch's shriveled heart grew 6 sizes that day, and then the true message of Christmas came in, and the Grinch found the might of 10 Grinches. Yes, 10. Or is it C, and what happens now? Well, in Whoville, they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 12 sizes that day, and then the true spirit of Christmas transfixed the Grinch who found the strength of 10 Grinches times 6.
I'm feeling pretty confident that it was A, which means I'm probably wrong. But I'm going to stick with my guns. A, final answer. I'm not going to think about it.
Good. Stop thinking, because you're right.
Yes, that works for me every once in a while.
Every once in a while. You got it. It was A.
Okay, Chris. Your last Jingle All the Way quote to see if we tie.
Mm-hmm.
And if we tie, maybe we both just eat ketchup on our cookies. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds more fun. Okay,
that's fun. Yeah.
This is Howard talking to Santa.
Okay.
Okay. I gotta tell you, Santa, there's something about this place that doesn't seem quite kosher. Kosher? This coming from a guy who assaulted a toddler for a Super Bowl? Or, I gotta tell you, Santa, there's something about this place that doesn't seem quite right. Right? This coming from a guy who punched a shopper for a Nerf gun? Or, I gotta tell you, Santa, there's something about this place that doesn't seem quite decent. Decent? This coming from a guy who teabagged Tech Terry for getting the last G.I. Joe?
Okay. I don't recall any teabagging happening in Jingle All the Way.
But there should have been, let's be honest.
Sure,
all the fighting and wrestling and stuff.
A Super Ball, a Nerf. Super Balls, I think those are like the bouncy balls.
I think so.
I do think I remember a scene with Howard Arnold chasing after a kid, and I thought it was for like a play pit ball and a bunch of ladies yelling at him. But maybe it was a Super Ball. I don't remember anything about a Nerf gun, but I do remember a toddler and a ball. So I think probably A.
That is correct. Very good.
All right.
So we tied.
Yeah, we tied. Okay.
I would say no points for that segment, but we can both do cookies with ketchup.
Cookies with ketchup. Yep. All right.
Get a nice... I'm expecting this one to be more like the barbecue sauce, right?
Maybe.
Because most barbecue sauce has ketchup and either in it or very similar.
I just hope it's less smoky. That was what weirded me out.
All right, ready?
Ready.
Cheers. Oh, God. Oh, that is awful. Oh my gosh. Oh,
it's a lot worse.
that is so bad.
That vinegary,
Oh,
no.
disgusting.
No.
Just like my personality.
No.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Whew. Definitely ketchup on cookies is a no. Mustard,
No.
not that bad. Barbecue sauce, not good. But ketchup, holy cow. Whew.
Yeah. No. Ugh. We missed it, but JX2 in chat, when we were mentioning spoilers, did say that everyone dies after Snape kills the Grinch, and that is absolutely true.
It is.
That's how it really ends, yeah.
And on that note of people being killed by the Grinch, we're going to move on to our next segment, the universal favorite. This is our Take a Quick Break segment, where everyone runs and grabs some tea or some cookies of their own. And we will be back in just a few minutes.
Absolutely. When we come back from the break, which should only be a couple minutes long, we have our audio reversal segment. Audio cues, backwards stuff. It's fun. It's great. Stick around. You're going to like it.
And it's going to be Christmas movies, but after 2000.
Yeah, these are our modern classics.
So anyways, we'll see you all in a few minutes. Take care. And we are back. New men and ready for action. Christmas action.
Christmas action. It's like what, Santa with a candy cane gun bursting into the elf
Chocolate
terrorists?
factory? Yeah.
Chocolate factory, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, we're back. Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. And as promised, we are going to jump right in to our audio reversal segment. This is the bit where we choose a theme, in this case, Christmas movies post-2000, and choose little bits of audio, reverse it, and try to guess the original phrase or lyrics or whatever based on the reverse clip.
And
this one's fun to play along with, so please do.
Do you want to call the condiment that we will be dipping our cookies in?
Absolutely. Didn't I call the last one? Did I not call the last one? I did. I introduced the last one. That's right. I'll call it again. Whatever. I'm gonna say. Well, this is the fourth segment. Let's do mayo.
Mayo it is.
It's just mayo and hot sauce.
Okay.
This is mayo.
So hit me up with the first one.
Yeah. My first quote here is from the movie Klaus from 2019. New animated classic. I like it a lot. This is J.K. Simmons as Klaus. If you want to go ahead and play that clue.
Here we go.
I'm going
to turn it up here and give it another shot. Okay, what are my options?
All right, your options. Is he saying, tonight, I go with you? Or, what are you doing here? Or, a true selfless act always sparks another? Or, all right, do what you will with the toys, but no one gets hurt.
All right, let me hear it again. A true selfless act. Okay. I feel like I'm cheating. I can actually understand what he's saying with a couple of those. I mean, literally, I can hear the word another at the very beginning. Am I crazy?
You're not. We've run into that before. Sometimes words backwards, like, I don't know if you ever seen those verbal illusions where it's like a word and the first and last letter are the same and everything else is mixed up and you can still read it.
Yeah.
Is there like an auditory version of that? I don't know.
I know there certainly is with visual aspects. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe me seeing the word, but I mean, I literally hear when he says another, I'm hearing another. I'm not hearing rahna. And then I also hear selfless as selfless. So that's my answer. C. A true selfless act always sparks another.
Guess what? You're wrong. No, I don't know. Let's play the answer.
That would be pretty funny. Here we go.
A true selfless act always sparks another.
God, I am so jealous of people with voices like that.
I could listen to J.K. Simmons all day.
Oh my gosh. And I mean, they're of course doing a lot to it, but no matter how much I manipulate my voice, I will never sound cool like that.
Well, good job. You got it.
All right.
Yep.
So your first audio reversal, sir, is from the 2018 version of The Grinch.
All right.
Here we go.
Hear it.
Everything comes back to Pinky in the brain. It sounds like Pinky. Here you go again. Okay, would you like to hear Go ahead.
It does almost sound like he says Narf a couple times. Yeah.
Right? All right, so your options are A, well, Santa had 8 reindeer. It looks like he ate the other 7. B, it was me. I stole your Christmas. I stole it because I thought it would fix something from the past, but it didn't. Was it C, beautiful, isn't it, Max? This, my little friend, is the rain horn. It perfectly recreates the mating call of the reindeer. Behold. Or D, I specifically bought enough food to last until January. How much emotional eating have I been doing?
Okay. All right, let's definitely hear it one more. Okay. Okay. I'm hearing an N at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hearing a mwah, which sounds kind of like how much.
Okay.
It's like a S at the end. I think that's lining up pretty well with D. I specifically bought enough food to last until January. How much emotional eating have I been doing?
Let's find out if you're right. Here it is, straight.
I specifically bought enough food to last until January. How much emotional eating have I been doing?
Very good, sir.
All right. Well, there we go. All right.
There we go.
Your second clue here. This is the great Bill Nye as Grand Santa in the movie Arthur Christmas, 2011.
I was just going to ask when that came out. 2011. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Okay, a little bit longer. I'm going to play it again. Okay, hit me with my options, sir.
Is this A, they used to say it was impossible to teach women to read. Follow me. Is it... He's a little politically incorrect. He's an old man.
Mm-hmm.
Is it B, the Santas always come through Canada. Nobody lives here. It's nice and quiet. Is it C, sleigh fever they called it. Pressure of Christmas sends a man do lily tap. Or is it D, I didn't know it was the Cuban Missile Crisis. I nearly started World War III.
Okay. All right, let's hear it again. Okay, so it's definitely broken out into two segments, which makes me think there should be a comma or a period. I'm going to just go ahead and eliminate A. They used to say it was impossible to teach women to read. Follow me, because it's not spaced correctly. The Santas always come through Canada. Nobody lives here. It's nice and quiet. A sleigh fever, they call it. Pressure of Christmas sends a man do lily tap. I don't know. It was the Cuban Missile Crisis. It nearly started. Okay, so I'm going to cut out D because it's not Christmas related. I swear I hear an S noise at the end, which could be either sleigh or the Santas. I don't know, Chris. I'm honestly not sure. I'm going to go with B. The Santas always come through Canada. Nobody lives here. It's nice and quiet, because that one makes me laugh. So,
well, let's hear it.
Sleigh fever, they call it. Pressure of Christmas sends a man do lally tap.
Darn it.
Sorry. Nope.
All aboard the failboat.
That's all right.
Okay. Your second post-2000 movie quote audio reversal is from a movie called The Christmas Chronicles. And
Good movie.
That's your only hint. You ready?
I'm ready. Hit me.
Here we go again. So, your options are A, cheer up, Grinch. For a true believer, you're forgetting the number one rule. Better not pout. B, you don't need to be an elf to realize that running away doesn't solve all your problems. C, can't you just wave your hand and Jedi mind trick the cops? I'm Santa Claus, Teddy, not Yoda. Or D, have you noticed it's always unhappy people who attack the things happy people believe in?
Okay. You can play it again if you want.
I think you know it. Okay, which one do you think it is?
I'm gonna say this is C. Can't you just wave your hand and Jedi mind trick the cops? I'm Santa Claus, Teddy, not Yoda.
Let's find out.
Can't you just wave your hand and Jedi mind trick the cops?
I'm Santa Claus, Teddy, not Yoda.
There you go. Very good, sir. Very good.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Good movie.
I can't believe I'm saying this. I haven't seen it. I need to actually sit down and watch it.
If you get the time, I was surprised by how much I enjoyed it. Third clue?
Yep, let's do it.
This is Tom Hanks as the conductor in The Polar Express, 2004.
I remember liking that movie. I need to rewatch it, though.
I haven't seen it. The visuals scare me a little bit.
All right, so let's hear it. Clapping and then weird electronic noises. Okay, what are my options, sir?
Is he saying, Jiminy Christmas, the ice has frozen over the tracks? B, here we only got one rule, never ever let it cool. C, no pushing, no pushing, let's not dilly-dally, it's 5 minutes to midnight. Or D, Christmas may not be important to some people, but it's very important to the rest of us.
Okay, definitely need to hear it again. Is it bad if I ask for one more?
Not at all.
My brain is going towards B because I swear I hear the word cool. And that's all I got. Now, honestly, that's all I can pick up, even though I got the extra listen. So here we only got one rule. Never, ever let it cool is my final answer.
Alrighty, let's find out if you're right.
Here we've only got one rule. Never, ever let it cool.
Yeah.
You're right, yes.
Yeah,
Lovely.
buddy.
Just want to call out, we had a couple viewers in chat get the last question right. Mama W and Rachel Watson Artistry. Good job. Thank you for playing along.
If you have one, please eat a cookie for yourself. I am
Excuse me.
very excited for your third one here, Chris. I had a lot of fun putting this one together because it's so goofy. But this is going to be a quote from Bah Humbug, A Looney Tunes Christmas. And I think this entire movie could be this entire segment. The quotes were just so good. It was just, I don't know, I had so much fun with it. So anyways, on that note, here you go.
All right.
It's also way longer than I normally do, but I couldn't bring myself to chop it up.
You run into those sometimes.
Yeah. And I have a shorter one later on. Here we go. Rachel says, already ate 2. Well, it's time for you to eat 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
So, what did Bah Humduck say? 'Tis the season to get wealthy. Moolah la 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 greenbacks cash. Money in a shiny bucket, I will add it to my growing stash. B. Well, that's an interesting spin on trespassing, pandering, and illegal solicitation. Scram before I send you all to the elf prison. C. I'm not afraid of ghosts. In fact, I'm not afraid of anything, except perhaps low quarterly profit projections and personal intimacy. D. You have a firm grasp of guilt, Mr. Ghost, but you just don't understand the first thing about greed.
Okay, I do want to watch this movie now.
Those are all actual quotes, yep.
You want to watch it one more time or play it one more time?
I want to do both. Here we go. Maybe a little bit on the easy side, but it's just so lovely.
It's definitely a pretty clear. La, 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 la.
So choking while singing. Got it.
I'm going to say A, 'tis the season to get wealthy. Moolah la 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 greenbacks cash.
Let's find out.
'Tis the season to get wealthy. Moolah la 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 greenbacks cash. Money in a shiny bucket. I will add it to my growing stash.
I mean, come on.
Beautiful.
How amazing of a line
Now,
is that?
Call me stupid. Does the same person do Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck? Because backwards, I could have sworn that was Bugs Bunny.
That's a good question. I bet you it is,
I don't-
but I honestly don't know.
I don't think.
Hold on.
I don't know.
Hold on. We can do this. We have the power. Who
have the
voices Bugs Bunny?
Who
And
voices Daffy Duck?
wow, I'm not getting a clear answer.
Yeah. There's a lot of people. D. Bradley Baker is Daffy Duck. For the most part.
I don't know why I'm not getting a clear answer. Let me Now my brain is just curious. It sounds like there's been multiple Mel Blanc.
Yeah, he did most of them originally.
So it's not the same then.
And Bah Humduck Joe Alasky was Daffy Duck, and Bugs Bunny, I don't know.
I guess
was.
Daffy Duck is a pretty iconic sounding. So maybe a lot of those voice actors are really good at like, replicating what was done previously. So I could totally imagine there being multiples. I guess what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Billy West played Bugs Bunny. They're different. Okay. They just sound similar. Thank you for
Thank you, Google,
for waiting for us.
Actually, if anyone is got their Google Home, hey Google, play Christmas music. Oh, my phone literally just went off. I punked myself.
You punked yourself. That was all 3, right?
Yep.
I started that. What did we ended up at? You got 2 right. How many did I get right?
Wait. You've got 3 of 3. I'm 2 of 3.
Okay. Well then, it's time to pay the piper.
Time to pay the piper. What?
Yeah. Pay your dues. Get your cookie.
What? we still have 2 more to go.
Spot the fake quote. That's 3.
We're not on Spot the Fake Quote. We're on auto reversal. I was like,
you're right.
Have you been drinking
Pardon
eggnog
me,
and not telling me?
No, I just scrolled too far up in the file.
In the
Look at
doc?
me just being super, super professional.
It's all right, Chris.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Mama W says Mel Blanc did both originally, though. There you go. We're not crazy.
Yeah. Mel Blanc was a man of many voices, and not any of them anymore, sadly. All right. Well, then.
On that note.
I'm sorry. On that note, your 4th audio reversal clue. You may not be familiar with this quote. This one is from a movie called The Christmas Chronicles.
Uh-huh.
So, if you want to play my clue.
Chris and I collaborate very closely when preparing content. Let's find out. That was very short. Let's try it again.
It was.
Okay, what are my options?
Your options are A, I'm Santa Claus Teddy, not Yoda. B, live and in person one night only. C, I don't go ho ho ho, that's a myth. Or D, people need Christmas to remind themselves how good they can be.
Based on the way we started this, you know what? Before I say something, let's play it one more time. I'm gonna go with A. I'm Santa Claus Teddy, not Yoda.
Well, let's
find out.
I'm Santa Claus Teddy, not Yoda.
Yeah. Okay, that's the first time ever we've both picked the same quote. So how do we want to rule this? Just that's a dud, huh?
Yeah. Well, we both got it right.
Okay, so yeah, let's just add it as a point then. Yep.
Cool.
Okay.
That worked great. Okay.
We totally planned that. All right. Your 4th audio reversal is from Arthur Christmas, which you also picked earlier. Let's hope it's not the same. We'll find out.
Okay.
Lots going on in that clip. Here we go again. So your options are A, oh look, a beautiful young reindeer. Well then who am I? B, relic. Relic? I did a whole Christmas in one of those, and I bet you I can do it again. C, you naughty children, here, have a bonbon. Or D, a child has been missed. You want to wake up the whole North Pole? Good idea. A child has been missed. Arthur.
Okay. Oh, you want to play one more?
Sure thing. Again, might be a little bit on the easy side.
A little bit. That's definitely someone yelling at the beginning, meaning the end. And the only one of these quotes that looks like it lends itself to someone yelling at the end is D, A child has been missed. You want to wake up the whole North Pole? Good idea. A child has been missed.
Let's find out.
Child's been missed!
You want to wake up the whole North Pole?
Good idea! A child's been missed!
Arthur!
Very good, sir.
There we go.
You are flawless thus far.
You know, that movie's pretty good. Phenomenal voice cast.
Hmm.
Really good. James McAvoy, Bill Nye, what's his name? The chair guy from Harry Potter.
That's so helpful. Okay.
All right. Your final audio reversal clue. This is from a very recent film, just came out this year, Alien Xmas. Have you seen it?
I have not.
This is Barbara Goodson, the voice of the original Rita Repulsa from Power Rangers,
Very nice.
as Z, who is the leader of a bunch of aliens, the evil leader of a bunch of aliens.
And it's Christmas themed, I guess.
It is. It's decent.
Christmas aliens. I like it. All right, here we go. Sounds very evil.
It does.
All right, what are my options?
All right. Your options are: we will stuff their stuff into our stuff chambers, and then their stuff will be our stuff. Or B, X has shown more unscrupulous treachery than all of you combined. C, this is Earth, the most stuff-filled planet we've ever seen, alone and unguarded in the vastness of space. Or
Okay.
D, Kleps, a fabulous treasure is within our grasp.
Okay, definitely need to hear it again. Man. This one I'm having a hard time with. I'm going to cheat again. Can I get one more playthrough?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's not D. Kleps, a fabulous treasure is within our grasp. Too short. I think C is too long. There's just too many breaks in the quote. So I'm down to A or B. And I think it's A because I swear I hear the W noise right at the end, which makes me think it's at the beginning. So I'm going to go with A. We will stuff their stuff into our stuff chambers, and then their stuff will be our stuff. Final answer.
All right, let's do it.
We will stuff their stuff into our stuff chambers, and then their stuff will be our stuff.
How evil! Dun, dun, dun. I need to have that as an audio cue for the show, Chris.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes,
Halloween next year.
fantabulous. All right, I'm ready for my final
Your final.
clue.
It all comes down to this. If you get it right,
Mhm.
I am eating mayonnaise with a cookie.
If I get it wrong, we're both eating mayonnaise.
Yes. So this is also from a movie we mentioned earlier, Claws, the 2019 animated movie. You ready?
I'm ready.
No.
Here we go again.
No.
So your options are A, Mr. Claus, you have a gift. You are meant for making toys. So I figured if you donate your old toys, I'll deliver them for free. B, not another word. You just sit there, be all magical and awesome. C, suits us just fine. How long until children go back to the old ways once there are no toys to bribe them with? Or D, wait. Time out. Really? That's how you laugh?
Okay.
Here we go again.
No.
Super deep voice at the end there.
Mm-hmm. So, okay. Well, trying rhythmically, that's hard to break up because it sounds
is.
like it could be like two long segments, or it could be like 3 short ones and then
A little break. Yeah.
there's some weird pauses in there. I think A, Mr. Klaus, you have a gift. You're meant for making toys, so I figured if you donate your old toys, I'll deliver them for free. That's way too many syllables. That's way too long. And D starts with wait, 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 and there's no repeated sound at the end, so it's not D.
Okay.
And B has some pauses in there. It's got some periods. C is a brief phrase and a very long phrase. Suits us just fine. How long until children go back to the old ways once there are no toys to bribe them with? There could be some pauses in there. Based on the structure of the reverse clip, I think B, what hap? Not another word. You just sit there, be all magical and awesome.
Okay, let's find out.
What happened?
Not a word. You just sit there. Be all magical and awesome.
Bingo! Ding, ding,
There you
ding.
go.
Very good, sir. You have
All right.
taken the round. I have accepted my fate.
And now my premature celebration finally becomes reality.
I am going to take my cookie and dunk it in some mayo. Oh. You got your standard cookie ready, sir? All
I'm
right.
just going to enjoy my Christmas tree.
Here we go. It's very strange, but not nearly as offensive as ketchup. I think mustard wasn't as bad. I think mayo was worse than the mustard. I don't know why. Don't
I think
recommend it.
It's the tanginess. That vinegary-ness in the ketchup was real bad, plus the tomato. You get the tang of the mayo. Although mustard's real tang. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Some work, some of them don't.
That was not... Somehow that was more offensive than mustard. I'm not really sure why. Well, it was deserved because I lost. Where are we at total?
Puts me at 2.5 and you at 1.5.
1.5.
I believe.
Okay, so we are going to move on to our final segment. Thank God the crowd goes wild. JJ says, need some Chipotle mayo for that. Yeah, I bet you Chipotle would make it better, for sure.
Probably would.
For sure. Oh, okay. So our last segment is going to be the classic Lost in Translations. However, we're theming it Christmas by we made up questions ahead of time that we have to answer. So the first one is Christmas food, and we have to describe Christmas food, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So for those of you that haven't heard this, we punch our answers into Google Translate, goes through 10 translations, and then the other person has to guess what the original phrase was based on what came out. And with this being our last segment, J times 2, you will be happy to know this is our hot sauce one. So hot sauce on the cookie. I honestly think this will be the easiest one. And while I'm thinking about it, let me get the music going again.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. With that, you ready to jump in?
I am ready to jump in.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So I used my 10 languages were Arabic, Shona, Serbian, Somali, Uzbek, Tatar, Nepali, Pashto, Swahili, and Korean. So, your phrase after going through 10 and answering, describing Christmas food, right, came out as sweet and sweet soup is the best food to give to wheat. Was the original phrase... What's the original phrase? A, luscious and succulent grub that is my absolute pleasure to shove down my pie hole. Or B, delicious and tasty pockets of joy that I want nothing more than to devour.
Oh,
This
boy.
is impossible. Yeah, there's just no way. This came out a little crazy this time around, Chris.
Man. Definitely a favorite Christmas classic of mine is Sweet and Sweet Soup. But I
And
guess
to
I should
give
have
it
been
to
giving
wheat.
it to the wheat. Yeah. Boy, oh boy. And I can't even play on like what sounds like Jake wrote it because Jake wrote everything.
Yes, it did.
Sweet and sweet soup. Luscious and succulent grub. Delicious and tasty pockets of joy.
It's just
Okay.
50-50.
Is the best food to give to wheat. That is my absolute pleasure to shove down my pie hole that I want nothing more than to...
It's
That's
impossible.
really a toss-up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Sweet and sweet soup is the best food to give to wheat.
Our plan worked.
Man, oh man. I'm thinking... All I can do is think which of these two sounds like Jake wrote it first. Maybe. And that doesn't help either. I don't know. And I don't want dead air, so... B. Delicious and tasty pockets of joy that I want nothing more than to devour. That they've both got all the key
Is that your final
points.
answer?
I think it's gotta be. Yeah, B.
That is incorrect. The original phrase was
Okay.
luscious and succulent grub. That is my absolute pleasure to shove down my pie hole.
See, I didn't know if luscious would translate to sweet. Delicious and tasty both sound like sweet.
That like I said, this week
man.
none of it makes any sense. So
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Perfect. Just as planned.
All right. Well, your first translation, for those interested, my 10 languages were Croatian, Hebrew, Russian, Italian, Sesotho, Havanese, Amharic, Chichewa, Odia, and Bengali.
Bengali.
And after 10 translations, your first phrase came out as, it was Turkish sauce, but lots of sugar and mint intelligence.
And again, this is answering you describing Christmas food, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So was the original phrase, A, it's essentially Turkey Day grub, but with far more sugar and mint.
Okay.
Or is it B, it's all about the Turkish delight, sugar plums, and after-dinner mints?
I can't remember if you're the one who loves the after dinner mints. Someone I know loves the after dinner mints. You know what, Chris? I feel like it's A. My heart is calling to A. It's essentially Turkey Day grub, but with far more sugar and mint. Final answer.
Your heart is leading you true tonight,
Yes.
my friend. You're correct.
Oh,
Absolutely.
every once in a while. All right.
I need to listen to my heart. My head is leading me wrong tonight.
Based on my life experiences, I do not recommend following your heart.
Maybe
okay.
follow your colon?
Yeah,
Okay.
that makes more sense. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go to Taco Bell after this. Your second Lost in Translations is me describing Christmas decorations and lights.
Mm-hmm.
After going through 10 translations, it came out as lighting at the end of the tank, lighting the fire. It looks like a balloon. Entertainment is open. Was the original phrase. A, sparkling and warm lights at the end of a tunnel. It's like sprinkles, but for my eyes. What a visual pleasure. Or B, my eyes bathe in the shimmering pleasure. It's such a sight to see.
Okay.
This was very fun to
Wow.
write. This part was very fun.
Where did the ellipses come from? I don't... Okay. And there's an extra comment. Punctuation isn't much of an indicator, although
Usually it is, but not this week.
not this week. It does have like 3 phrases. Lighting at the end of the tank, lighting the fire. It looks like a balloon. Entertainment is open. A also has 3 phrases. Sparkling and warm lights at the end of the tunnel. It's like sprinkles, but for my eyes. What a visual pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
But B sounds more like something Jake would write. My eyes bathe in the shimmering pleasure. It's such a sight to see.
Well,
And
again,
then
I wrote both of these.
I could, yeah. But I'm thinking maybe you wrote one, translate it, then write one to match. So maybe the one that sounds more authentically Jake is the original. And I could see bathe turning into tank, like a bath into into a tank of water. Maybe shimmering pleasure, shimmering
Is that
fire.
lighting the fire?
Maybe.
For all the women
There's
out there, I am very good at lighting the fire.
There are a lot of extra words in there, though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of extra words, and normally, well, we ran into this last week. I kept saying normally you lose words in the translation; it doesn't get longer. But then that's exactly what happened.
Exact opposite. Yeah.
Oh man. And it looks like a balloon. Well, I just said don't go with my head, and my heart is telling me B sounds like a Jacob first take. B.
That is incorrect. It was A, sparkling and warm lights at the end of the tunnel. It's like sprinkles, but for my eyes, what a visual pleasure. You logicked your way out of an illogical question.
I logicked into a heart, into a pit of failure. Oh, boy. Well.
Don't worry, Chris. You can always join me on the fail boat. I am the captain of the ship.
All right. Well, your second phrase. This is my description of decorations and lights. Or related phrase. Came out after 10 translations as, I am probably 70 years old, and after retiring for some time, I apologize for describing how Taparo is doing.
JJ says heating the thighs. And Mama W says go with your gut.
Mm-hmm.
Can confirm.
I went with my gut, and my gut was wrong this time.
Maybe you should have heated the thighs better.
I should have heated my thighs better. It's a
All
little
right.
cold down here.
What are my options?
Your options are A, my 70-year-old retired grandpa asleep on the recliner is the best decoration, if I'm being honest. Or B, maybe when I'm 70 and retired with too much time on my hands, I'll be able to match the light display skill of my neighbors.
Okay. Speaking of going with my gut, that sounds like something Chris would say. Now, let me analyze just a little bit. It came out as I am probably 70 years old, and after retiring for some time, I apologize for describing how Taparo is doing. I mean, just even from a sentence structure standpoint, that sounds more like B. Yeah, I'm just going to go with B. Maybe when I'm 70 and retired, with too much time on my hands, I'll be able to match the light display skill of my neighbors. Final answer.
Yeah, your gut is on point tonight.
It is. Rarely.
I don't know what to do. Head's wrong, gut's wrong. Okay, well.
That's when you need Rachel to step in.
Yes, Rachel, answer for me in the chat. Shout it out. I will follow your lead.
All right, so
Okay.
Your third is me describing Christmas activities. So that's intentionally very generic.
Mm-hmm.
So it came out after 10 translations as, there is nothing better for my voice and song. A better life is better for me. So inspirational. So.
I am happier when I'm happy.
Yeah. It's almost like that's how I normally write. Okay, so was the original phrase, nothing as satisfying as my voice cracking and singing terribly to the merriment of others. Life is good, at least for me. Or B, sometimes I like to go outside and be cold. I also sing bad for the old ladies around town.
Well, they both sound like they could be Jake originals. But, okay, I'm not going to think about it too much. My gut is saying, nothing better for my voice and song sounds like nothing as satisfying as my voice cracking and singing. A, final answer.
Ding, 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 ding. That is correct.
Okay.
Very good, sir.
All right. Just don't think about it too much. I'm sorry, Rachel. I didn't wait for you to answer.
That's because you went with your gut.
Actually went with my gut instead of trying to think about my gut.
Very good, sir.
All right. Well, my description of Christmas activities after 10 translations came out as, when I go down the hill and read the Bible on the rocks, every year my family gathers on the hill and breaks their necks, and I fall into a tree.
I just can picture J times 2 sitting around trying to put a Bible in a giant whiskey glass with ice. Bible on
Bible
the rocks.
on the rocks. Yep.
JJ says go with your butt, which kind of follows with what we were saying before. Follow your colon rather than follow your heart.
There you go. What is my colon saying? So was the original phrase, was it A, every year my entire family piles onto a single toboggan and breaks our collective neck, slamming into a tree after riding down a hill while throwing snowballs and reading from the Bible?
Okay.
Or is it B, every year I make my favorite Christmas drink, Bible on the rocks. After a few of those, I'm ready to break the neck of everyone in my family tree.
Okay. When I go down the hill and read the Bible on the rocks, every year my family gathers on the hill and breaks their necks and I fall into a tree. We really need to put all of these together someday, Chris. And like, I don't know what we call it, but the Botched situation book of randomness. And it's just like quotes. Because this is pretty amazing. Every year I make my favorite Christmas drink, Bible on the rocks. Now see, Bible on the rocks then would have translated correctly. After a few of those, I'm ready to break the neck of everyone in my family tree. Every year my entire family finds a single toboggan and breaks our collective neck. So there's nothing about like go down the hill. B. Every year I make my favorite Christmas drink, Bible on the rocks. After a few of those, I'm ready to break the neck of everyone in my family tree. Final answer.
You got steered you wrong this time.
Yep, you were figuring it out as you were going.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it was a whole family sleds down the hill, reads the Bible, and chucks snowballs at people.
That does sound
real
like,
tradition.
That does sound like a Watson tradition. I could picture you and your family doing that. J Times 2 says, I've heard a Bible on the rocks is a spiritual experience. I can imagine. Mm-hmm. I imagine the flavor of the Holy Spirit is a bit better than just a lime or lemon. Mm-hmm.
Problem is you have to be able to turn water into wine before you can make it.
Yeah. That's a good point. Okay, sir, your fourth Lost in Translations is me describing Christmas music. After 10 translations, it came out to prayer songs bring joy. Oh, it must be everywhere. So was the original phrase A, worship music meets happiness. Oh, and jingle bells everywhere. Or B, everywhere the force is, on his way, Santa Yoda is soon.
Okay, well, I certainly hope I'm not being dumb. I think this might be a little bit of a gimme. I think it's probably not Yoda. I'm guessing A, worship music meets happiness. Oh, and jingle bells everywhere.
That is correct. I had a thought when I was putting this together, Chris. We need to develop a segment based around Yoda's speech.
That sounds fun.
Or take a regular segment that we already do, and after we've compiled everything, put it through Yoda Translator. So maybe we'll do an episode on Star Wars Day or whatever.
Just an added layer of challenge. All the segments are Yoda speak. Okay.
Yes. And we'll set up voice modifiers to sound Yoda-esque.
Oh. All right. Well, your fourth clue here, me describing Christmas music after 10 translations, came out as: there are infinite limits, and then there is inflexible ignorance. Nothing can change your mind.
Okay.
So was the original phrase A, there's absolutely timeless classics, and there's obnoxious trash. Nothing in between. Change my mind. Or B, there's no limit to the ignorance of people who try to rewrite classic Christmas songs.
A, final answer. I'm going for fast as possible, just for fun.
Hey, it worked because You're correct. It is absolutely A.
All I can think of, I don't know why, Chris, and I'm going to take it there, is this just sounds like the way that I wish politicians would talk to each other. You are inflexible ignorance. You are obnoxious trash. Nothing in between. Change my mind. I'm sorry, I took it there, but that's all I can think of.
That'd be refreshing.
All right, sir. Your final Lost in Translations of me describing Christmas presents came out after 10 translations as: see beauty in the corner. I don't want to do anything, but I am open and angry. We hope you have a nice surprise inside. The screen is selected. Was the original phrase A, look at that six-sided beauty. Nothing I want more than to strip off her clothes and open her up, looking to find a nice surprise on the inside, preferably socks. Or B, look at that six-sided beauty. She's got a nice layer of wrapping all around. Rip and tear. What is inside? Soon we shall know.
Oh, this is just layers of glory. See, beauty in the corner. Well, they both start with look at that six-sided beauty, so I'll disregard that. I don't want to do anything, but I am open and angry. That sounds like nothing I want more than to strip off her clothes and open her up. Nothing I want more, I don't want to do. Open, okay. We hope you have a nice surprise inside. Hoping to find a nice surprise on the inside. The screen is selected, preferably socks. I'm leaning strongly towards A. The only thing that gives me pause is I feel like rip and tear is from something. But that doesn't matter because you wrote both of them.
I did.
So
these are totally organic, not inspired.
So A. Final answer.
That is correct, sir. Very good.
Okay, well, that gives me 3. I have a chance.
That was a fun one to write. I don't know. I was like, how can I make this sound sensual without actually being sensual?
Oh, look, that's beautiful.
I'm going to show up at your house in a box and then have socks.
Mm-hmm. And I will see it and go, look at that six-sided beauty. Mm. All right. Well, your final clue. This is my description of Christmas gifts after 10 translations. Came out as yesterday's story, yesterday's mystery, Christmas, and all the kids were screaming for gifts.
Okay.
Was the original phrase A, I said it yesterday, I'm not going to tell you kids what your gifts are, no matter how much you scream.
Okay.
Or is it B, yesterday is history, tomorrow a mystery, today is Christmas, and all the kids are screaming for gifts?
Oh, I think you went a little easy on me on this one, Chris. Yesterday's story, yesterday's mystery, Christmas, and all the kids were screaming for gifts. That sounds a lot like yesterday is history, tomorrow a mystery, today is Christmas, and the kids are all screaming for gifts. I said it yesterday. I'm not going to tell you kids what your gifts are, no matter how much you scream. It's got to be B. Final answer.
Yeah. It came out so close on that one, I just didn't know what to do. But yep, you got it.
All right.
You got it, you took it.
So, that means you get hot sauce on a cookie.
That means I get hot sauce on a cookie.
And I will enjoy my chocolate chunk cookie.
Will anyone judge me if I reuse a snowflake? Does it have to be a fresh cookie? Here.
No.
This is reusing 1/3 of a snowflake.
Yeah, I'm reusing.
Oh boy. This is my 4 million Scoville death sauce. So
we keep talking about following your colon, so I don't know that your colon is very happy about this life choice.
This will not be a dip. Let's say that. This is a drop.
You are going to need to be able to finish the show. All right, cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
There we go.
Sugar.
So,
shortbread.
Probably tastes good.
Pain.
But, I mean, sweet and spicy go together.
Yeah, it doesn't taste bad.
You've got that face. Speaking of, I know you're in pain right now, but we should totally do the DAPS. What is that thing? Why is it? The guy does the YouTube series. We should buy all the hot sauces and do that.
Whatever you say, pal.
I know your brain's probably not working right now.
I was down here.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay, so here's the current problem, Chris. If my math is right, we are both at 2.5 points. So I'm thinking we call it, in the spirit of Christmas, a draw.
Okay, I'll take a Christmas miracle. You know what?
I say we call it a Christmas miracle and just Yeah, we'll call it a draw while you drink some whatever you got. So anyways, I just want to say, the show is concluding here pretty soon, but huge shout out to all of you that have been hanging out with Chris and I this whole month. We have done the entire month of holiday themed shows, and we have had an absolute blast. Whether it be, you see right now, we've got our sweatshirts on and our artwork. Chris has put in a ton of work on that. We created an audio intro of me showing up at Chris's house for Christmas. We just had so much fun. I believe next week we might do one more New Year's themed, but thank you everyone for hanging out with us for this episode. And congratulations for the first time to both Chris and I for winning the evening collectively.
Turns out neither one of us screwed up, except for the times we did. But, I mean, that's pretty great, right? But, even though this was the Christmas miracle, and we both won, next episode is still anyone's game. And, in fact, all aspects of this show are still up in the air, still being changed all the time. So, please swing by our feedback form. It's on the About page. It's in the chat. If you're on YouTube later, we'll put it in the description or something. We really like knowing what you guys think. Tell us what we could do better, what you want to see in the future, what you liked about now. It helps us a lot. We want to make a good show for y'all. So yeah, please swing by. I need another cookie.
Chris is suffering. That's that was pretty spicy. Also, as we've mentioned multiple times, you can find links to our other platforms in the About page. Please follow us on Twitter for notifications when we go streaming, which is typically Tuesday evenings at 8 Central, 9 Eastern. Also, please go subscribe to Botched Situation on YouTube for episode archives. We typically post them the following Sunday. So this week's episode will be posted this coming Sunday. And be sure to check the bell on YouTube so that you get notified whenever a new episode pops up. As we grow, Chris and I are still learning, making lots of changes. Once we have millions and millions of followers and we're making enough money to do this full time, we have lots of things that will be coming down the pipe, and it's only a matter of time.
Well, it has been fun, everyone. But we need to go. It is time to celebrate. It may take a little while, but Jake, you want to drive up here? I'll see you in about 23 hours, and we can snuggle.
Yeah. Dude, I'm all for snuggling, especially because in 22 hours, that hot sauce will have made its way through your body, so it'll be truly a pleasant snuggling. And on that note, I think I just really quick, Chris, can we collectively rank the condiments on cookies before we end the show here?
That's an excellent idea. So from a purely flavor standpoint, I had no problems at all with hot sauce. That was delightful, just hurt. So I would call that number one, personally.
And to be honest with you, I think the one that I had the least problems with was mustard. But from a flavor standpoint, I think I would agree with you. I'm sure I would be in pain, but I think the hot sauce is a clear winner. So if you have to do it, hot sauce on cookies. For me, number two was definitely mustard.
And sounds like we'll probably go number three is a barbecue sauce. It was not great, but not horrible.
Then mayo. And then
ketchup.
Ketchup was disgusting.
It's the most innocuous of the five, and yet by far the worst. Don't put ketchup on cookies, people. I know you're thinking about it.
All right, y'all. Well, thank you again for hanging out. We will check in with y'all next week, but I hope everyone has a very, very Merry Christmas. And that's it from me.
All right. Hope to see y'all next week.
Take care.